Hey everybody, it's the Nitty Professor, and today we're doing an unboxing video. A week or two ago, I did a video on how I had all these heritage boots and not a single mock toe. And some of you were kind enough to give me some recommendations, the first being that, oh, you should have some mock toes, come on, which I agreed with, and then I got some specific mentions of ones I could try. And, you know, they all seem pretty good. My X-Checker is a little bit limited right now. And I do have brands that I know and trust. And one of those is Rancourt. And, of course, one of the things I like about Rancourt is that they're handmade in the United States. And I like to shop local when I can. So I ordered the Harrison Boot Redux mock toe. It's a genuine mock toe construction, and hey Benny, I think he still has burrs on him. I got rid of all the elephant ears the other day, and yeah, he's got a burr. Let's get that burr off of you, bud. A few burrs kind of got left as traces of the operation. So the leather is Khaki, Orion, Fleshout, and I read elsewhere that it's a suede. And it's waterproof. I'm sure I'll have to keep it conditioned in order to maintain that state. But I got men's 9D. My feet are kind of wide. They're not getting any narrower. They're not getting any smaller. On the contrary, my Brannick size is usually a 9.5D, maybe even an E, maybe. So, but yeah, got the right size here. I do like the unboxing experience that Rancourt offers you. These boxes are sturdy, and look at that gold. Isn't that nice, the gold lettering? It makes me feel special and fancy. You don't see that in Red Wings. So kudos, Rancourt, for making me feel a little special. Got some random tape coming off there, so here's the lid. It even looks nice inside. I mean, it's I'll be able to keep these in the box for a long time to come. Just looking here, I'm gonna have to put a hole on here so I can grab the box easily. So this time we just have tissue paper. I have another pair of Rancourts that did come in shoe bags. Do you have another burr? Yeah, he's got another one. Give me your leg. Poor baby. We got it. I didn't know he had burrs when he came up here. It's a good thing we're here, right? I can get his burrs off him. Poor baby. All right, here we go. There's the first one. Looks nice. I kind of like this construction. This is true moccasin construction is what I read. You know, there are probably different ways to define that. I think we're done, Benny. Now he's just paranoid. And here is boot number 2. They look like the right size. And they look like moccasins, which I kind of like. So we'll take a closer look. We've got leather laces. I read that these are preconditioned, oiled leather laces. They do look like they're a nice quality. I am a fan of leather laces, not so much of nylon, but this construction intrigues me because I have worn, I used to wear Minnetonkas back in the day when they were actually made in the United States. That's changed, but this construction kind of reminds me of that. This leather is as advertised, a suede, but it is lined in cowhide. There we see the made in Maine. The boot is numbered. It's got a nice pull tab on the back, which I like, especially when you're breaking them in. That can be really helpful. At one point I bought a pair of Tafts and they equipped me with a very nice shoehorn. Let me see if I have that. So on occasion I need to reach for this guy. But this leather strikes me as very forgiving. So I don't think I'm going to need help from a shoehorn to get into these. I want to kind of open this baby up a little. I noticed there are no speed hooks. Some people dislike speed hooks. I'm not one of those people, and I would be curious what the school of thinking is. Why speed hooks are naughty. I'm not sure. But there's certainly something to be said for the tradition of just the eyelets. And we also have here, I kind of like that this will help me keep the tongue centered. On some of my boots, I have a real hard time keeping the tongue centered. Got some nice tissue paper in here to keep it shape. But this upper part here, it's unstructured apart from the moccasin construction. So I'm confident that breaking these boots in will be an easy chore. The width, like I say, I may have an E width, maybe even double E, and these are not a wide D by any means, but I feel like they'll be forgiving. The Rancourts that I currently own, the Byron model, had very little problem breaking them in. This is the Vibram Christie sole, which I have on my Hawthorne boots that are actually whites. Hawthorne Explorer boots. It's the only other boot I have with this sole. So I think given the soft nature of this sole and the fact that this leather, it's very flexible and soft. These are going to be a pretty easy break-in job. You still got burrs? Goodness gracious, Benny. You were out there for what, 10 minutes and you got covered in burrs? Didn't get me covered in burrs. But yeah, so we have the cowhide lining. As I reach, and you can see also the branding with the gold. I really like that. I really only feel leather inside here. These also have a leather midsole. And moccasin construction. So to me it looked like kind of a stitch down. If you know something about this construction that I ought to know, feel free to tell me. I forget which subscriber told me that Rancourt was a recommended moccasin style boot, but I'm very excited, and we'll just get the left boot going here. They look balanced. They look like they're twins, mirror twins, which is what we want. So what I ought to do is over the next few days put them on my feet and start breaking them in and check in a little bit to let you know how it's going. I'm going to get the tissue out of this one. So anyhow, if you have experience with the Rancourt, what we call it, the Harrison Redux? Harrison Boot Redux. Let me know your thoughts, your experience. I did see one review, and it was a 5-star review, and it was very positive. And it was from someone who wears the boots in an urban environment, which I think is likely for me. I don't see these boots being tough in the way something with a chrome excel would be, you know, since these are basically lined suede. I do foresee them, however, being quite comfortable. And the sole and midsole, they'll probably take a little bit to break in, so I can tell already that they're kind of stiff. But I don't expect there to be too much issue with that. That's something I've already done plenty of. And I do like this construction. If I'm not mistaken, these are hand sewn. Correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I am confident that the Rancourts, that these are hand sewn moccasin boots. So there you have it. My latest acquisition. I'm very excited. I appreciate everyone's advice, everyone's input. That number one, I should have mock toes, and number two, that this was a good brand. I saved $80 on these boots. They're still on sale, by the way. I think I paid $298, which I think is a really good price for high quality heritage boots that are made in the United States. So that's another plus for making a purchase like this from Rancourt. So let me know your thoughts. Thanks for the advice, and I'll keep you posted on the break-in process. Take care. Bye.